Hey everyone, welcome back for another video. Today I am in southeast Kansas and we are going to check out a big drag line here named Big Brutus. Let's go check it out. Big Brutus is located near West Mineral, Kansas. This is a southeast Kansas area here, not terribly far from Joplin, Missouri. So if you're ever traveling Interstate 44, heading through Joplin on your way to Tulsa, this is not terribly far out of your way. And you can see this a few miles before you get to it because this machine is so big. They have a museum here, so we're going to start out here, walk through here, then we're going to head out to the machine. I do have some drone footage coming up, and then I'm going to walk through the entire drag line. So you can come see this machine anytime. This place is open year-round, and it looks like they're only closed on Thanksgiving and Christmas Day. Here's a map they had on the wall, so anything lit up in blue or gray is the hot spots for coal in the United States of America. And as you can see by the map, there is coal in a lot of places throughout the United States of America. Of course, with me being born and raised in Eastern Ohio, you know, I think of Eastern Ohio, Southeast Ohio, Pennsylvania, down into West Virginia, Kentucky for coal. But you can see by that map, it's a lot of other places. So as we walk outside the museum, we're going to head back to the machine here. They got a lot of other machines and smaller drag lines and stuff on display. See a camper in the background there. It looks like you could even camp here if you wanted to. I'm sure there's probably other videos on YouTube of Big Brutus. I didn't look, I don't know. I was just over at Eubanks Equipment, just over by Welch, Oklahoma, not very far from here. I saw the sign and just thought, while I was this close, I'd check it out. And while I was checking it out, of course, I'm going to carry a video camera around because that's kind of what I do for a hobby. And there's probably going to be some people watching this video that have been here as well. And if you've been here, comment below and tell us what you thought. And before I get too far into this video, let's get the drone up in the air and have an aerial view of everything going on here. You can visit the website for more information. It's www.bigbrutus.org. I picked up a pamphlet here and I'm going to read you a little bit about this machine. New technology in the early 1960s made surface mining economical. The Pittsburgh and Midway Coal Mining Company, P&M of Pittsburgh, Kansas, purchased Big Brutus from the Bucyrus Erie Company of Milwaukee in 1962 at a cost of $6.5 million. Big Brutus did not dig coal. The huge bucket removed the overburden, dirt and rocks covering the coal seams. Men using huge coal strippers and 120-ton trucks then moved in on the exposed coal seams. In April 1974, it was silenced. It was no longer cost-effective to operate Big Brutus. Now it is retired on the banks of the strip pit like an old ship resting in its harbor. A place of its own making. The once mined land has been reclaimed and returned to a useful purpose. The strip pits have filled with water, provides excellent fishing opportunities. P&M donated 10,000 acres of land surrounding Big Brutus to the Kansas Department of Wildlife and Parks. Now visitors can sit in the operator's seat and see the levers and dials that manipulated this giant. Looks like Big Brutus stands about 160 foot tall and weighs 11 million pounds. There's also a 30-minute movie showing Big Brutus in operation inside the museum. I mentioned earlier about RV camping because we saw one in the background there. Yes, I'm reading on the pamphlet here. They do have 24 water electrical hookups for RVs and a dump station. There's plenty of picnic tables here, and you can also tent camp on the grounds. And I'll read you off a couple other things I found here. It looks like the operating crew for Big Brutus was one operator, one oiler, and one groundsman. The shovel ran 24 hours a day for 11 years and ceased operation in April of 1974. And I was here in April of 2024, so 50 years have passed. Still looks pretty good for just sitting there for 50 years. It says the capacity of the dipper is 90 cubic yards by heaping dirt on the dipper. 150 tons of overburden is handled in one scoop, or enough to fill 3 railroad cars. It took 4 cables 3.5 inches thick and powered by 8 500 horsepower motors to lift the bucket. As you can see the tracks on the machines, there's 4 pairs of crawlers here on each corner of the base that propel the machine. Each pair of crawlers, or the trucks as they called them, are powered by a 250 horsepower motor, and it says that each crawler tread is 5 foot 6 inches wide and weighs 2,008 pounds. The gear cases for each truck holds 2,200 gallons of gear oil, and the normal operating or propelling speed of this is 0.22 miles per hour. Just to give you an idea, I am 6 foot tall and I can fit inside the tracks here without hitting my head. That all gives you a pretty good idea about Big Brutus. I'm going to walk around the machine here and then I'm going to go up inside, check it out, check out the rest of the place, and I will stop talking. Just something you're going to have to look up or come see yourself. That is a big bucket. All right, we're going on tour.
How do you drive? By using the...
impressive. You're just going to have to come see it to believe it. Until then, you got it all right here. I'll walk over here. We'll look at some of the other machines that are sitting around before I move on. And that's pretty much the grand tour. Now we'll head back into the museum and head on out of here. Here's a better look at that cool map of the United States. And of course, you can stop the video here if you want to look in a little closer. And here's the men of Brutus that were involved with this from 1963 to 1974. That's going to wrap up this video, something a little different for my channel, and hopefully everybody enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to go down there, hit that like button, leave a comment. If you're new to my channel, of course, I would appreciate it if you would hit that subscribe button and check back often. I'm always filming, editing, uploading new content to the YouTube channel. You can also follow me along on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at Farmhand Mike. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.